Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Thursday, August 9th, and we're here for Actifio On Tech. So once again, I'm Jason. Chris is back. We're basically going to make him become a marketing person because he's here so often. He loves us so much. New special guest, though. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Devin Bosco. I am the marketing intern for this summer, and this is my first time on Tech.
Welcome, Devin.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, you know the drill. First, we're going to crack a beer. So, Chris, why don't you tell us about the beer you chose for today?
All right. So this is from another New England state. We have Captain Lawrence Brewing. This is Connecticut. This is their Galactic Fog Double Dry Hop New England IPA with Galaxy hops.
Sounds good.
So shout out to my friend Greg from Connecticut for bringing this one up in celebration of my 30th birthday.
There you go. Thanks to you, Greg. Hope you're watching.
And I'm going to pour this not for our friend Devin.
Yeah, unfortunately, our little marketing intern is not 21 yet. So,
but we'll leave a little in for the camera.
But we'll be sure to tell you how it is and what it's all
Okay, well, I'll know how to drink very classily.
Oh, we'll just put it right in his glass. That'll work.
Whew, it's got a good nose. Want to smell it?
Yeah, she's drunk.
Smells
Take
like
it
beer.
away.
That's something my wife. That's something my wife said. My wife said, "Oh, it smells like an IPA." That's what she would say.
Well, that's what beer is. So. Ooh, it's juicy. Very tasty.
I like this.
You know, it's not super thick, not heavy, but 8.5%. So watch out. That'll get you.
I like that. It's really good, actually. I like it a lot. There's a good nose to it too. All right, so Chris, why don't you kick us off? What is your topic for today's On Tech?
Sure. Yeah, so this morning I saw New York Times reviewed their Q2 results. So they are profitable. They made $24 million in Q2 on a revenue of, I think, $400 million.
Wow.
This is big for them because, you know, their print is going way down.
All print.
All print. Their advertising revenue is down.
Yep.
But their digital subscriptions are up. So if you've been to the New York Times, you probably get this little message that says you have 5 articles this month.
Right, 5 free articles.
Yeah. So they're getting, I think it was over 2 million subscribers to their digital edition, which is great.
Really? Did they have like a special sale or something on it?
I don't believe so. I think that's just natural growth, and they think they can keep going.
Wow.
So they're really at the forefront of sort of that transition from the old, you know, newspaper market to a more future of digital.
Well, our friend Peter Ross would be disappointed.
Yeah, because he loves the paper.
Do you think they'll ever get rid of the paper?
That's a great question. So they had the number on the paper subscription, and I think it was even lower than the digital. It was like 1 million.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there are people that just want to have it, but compared to the height of their powers, I mean, I think I saw in the year 2000 they had made $400 million in profit. So huge difference between those days of everyone getting the Times to now.
So I wonder what the formula is for success, because if you look at like the Wall Street Journal, for example, they have a pretty large online subscription base.
Sure.
We see it here with like Boston.com, BostonGlobe.com as well. They're trying to do that same thing. I think they're all owned by the New York Times. I think they might. One of them owns a bunch of them.
Yeah, New York Times owns the Globe. Yep.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see that they're the first ones to be profitable and be successful, considering there are other major brands out there, well-known brands, that are also trying this as well.
Sure. And I think the Wall Street Journal is one of the ones where it's actually a hard paywall. So you get any article there and you're like, oh, I can't read this.
Yeah.
I have to go pay the money.
Yeah, there's not many free ones at all.
Yeah, which is... Yeah.
It's weird. Like, once in a while, they'll have a few, like maybe 5, that you can actually get, but the rest of them have that little key there that shows that it's, like, locked content. So.
Little tech pro tip for you guys out there. If you see that, try opening in an incognito window. Usually that'll get you through.
Really?
Yep.
Perfect for poor college students.
Hey, telling you. Also, your library, your local Massachusetts library, will give you free access to the Times. Unlimited.
Really?
Yes.
See, this is why I bring this guy on. Wealth of knowledge.
Hey, save some money.
Also,
cheers to the water.
Also, for your local library, they actually rent out DVDs as well. So if you want to get some Blu-rays, they actually have them there. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Not just books anymore, Gio. Not just books. All right, so I'll start the next one. So I had a few different ones. Gio didn't like really any of them, but I don't really care what Gio thinks. So the first one I'm going to do is something that's kind of relevant to us at Actifio. So the PGA, Professional Golfers Association, was hacked. So their website was hacked. Their servers were hacked, actually. And apparently they locked up marketing materials for this week's PGA Championship, as well as the upcoming Ryder Cup. And they're requesting not cash but Bitcoin
Oh boy.
as payment. And we know how
What?
volatile that is, right?
Oh, Devin, you should have tuned in a few weeks ago when we talked about cryptocurrency.
Oh.
So do you know what Bitcoin is?
Yeah. I always hear a lot of my guy friends talking about how they want to buy Bitcoin stock.
Yeah, probably not the best investment at this time.
Recently,
Way down. But yeah, so apparently they're holding some of this marketing materials for ransom. The PGA is countering, saying that it won't affect the PGA Championship happening this weekend. No mention about the Ryder Cup, and no mention on what the requested amount of Bitcoin is for this ransomware either. It's interesting for us Actifians because, as you know, with our software, we actually have the ability to restore from any point in time. So if any ransomware attack occurs, you can actually restore from before that happened and get all of your data back. So apparently the PGA
Sales guys,
is
get on the
not,
phone.
PGA is not an Actifio customer. So sales
Yeah.
guys, let's get them going. Because we know we have some golfers. You know, Brian golfs, our
Absolutely,
CMO. Peter Ross, who you've seen here many times, is a big golfer as well. So
Peter Ross
definitely-
was on the PGA a few years back. No, that's not true.
I golf, but I'm terrible. So, but an interesting story that I thought related to kind of what we do here at Actifio.
Very nice.
I had another story as well, which Gio was not a big fan of, as I said. But apparently, there's a new device coming out that can suck up the smell in your stinky shoes. So apparently, Panasonic is releasing this product that essentially shoots what they say. It shoots highly charged ions into the shoes, which will blast away the particles that eliminate the odors. So apparently it's a little machine that you would put on the tops of your sneakers, and it will blast these ions into there and make your shoes not be stinky. So I thought that was kind of interesting as well from a consumer tech standpoint, not obviously kind of what we focus on here at Actifio, but it piqued my interest.
How
when
much
I
for one
saw
of
it.
those babies?
So they actually don't say. So it's going to be available in Japan on September 20th to start.
Oh, okay.
Now the company
Where
that
all
makes,
the good gadgets go.
That's true.
And all the stinky feet are.
Now,
I can't speak to that.
now Panasonic also makes a deodorizing hanger for your shirts.
Oh,
So kind of the same concept where there's these same ions that they're shooting into the shirt, and that runs for $180 on
So like if you
Amazon.
don't want to wash your shirts, you just buy this.
well, washing
Good
your
for
shirts
traveling.
destroys your shirt. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good for traveling. Bring the hanger.
it is. Put it in your suitcase and you travel.
Yeah.
Maybe it could get rid of the wrinkles too.
Yeah.
That's my problem when I travel. Like,
Wrinkles.
How would you get rid of them? Like this?
like steam, little jazz hands.
Steam bubbles. So anyways, they do sell this hanger today for $180 on Amazon. It's the same concept of these ions that they're shooting through the clothing to get there. They're only going to create 1,000 of these shoe deodorizers a month, so they're going to be kind of hard to get. So
Oh, I see they're
Thinking
going.
very expensive.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, they'll probably be like $250, I'm guessing, at least for this
Get a
thing.
new pair of shoes.
Just throw them out.
Well, you know,
The best way to deodorize.
if you're a guy like Gio with 27,000 pairs of shoes, you know you might need this thing.
Oh, called out.
Gio, big shoe guy.
It's a lot of shoes.
There's a lot of shoes. Well, who was that woman? Famous Marcos, Imelda Marcos or something. She had like a big, huge shoe collection. She was like a
Oh,
drug
yeah.
lord's wife.
What?
Remember her? Yeah. So, long time ago.
Cocaine also deodorizes shoes. Apparently. That's what you're trying
Well,
to tell me.
cocaine will actually just stop you from smelling the
Oh,
odor.
okay. That's one way to do it.
Burn away your nasal cavity.
That is not recommended by Actifio.
No, Actifio does not recommend that at all.
Do not endorse that, nor do we condone.
No, we do not. Definitely have to get the legal in there. So, Devin, what was your topic that you had to talk about today?
So, with this being my first on tech, I really want to try to find a really cool topic. So, I found something on Exo-suits. There's a company called Esco, and it actually created this upper body bodysuit that helps workers who do a lot of overhead lifting and working to kind of put less stress on their upper body. So, Ford actually took on the initiative to test this product and also implement it into 15 different locations all over the world. They have about 75 workers in each plant wearing them.
Wow.
And from what it says in here, they interviewed one of the workers who constantly works on the bottom of cars over his head, and he's, lifting skid plates and attaching different, bumpers on the fronts of the cars, and he said that he never wants to work without them again.
Huh.
So not only, they said that it was almost like a good in-between of like a robot building cars and a human, because they gave them just a little bit more strength, but it also allowed these guys to not only keep their jobs,
Sure.
but also feel great while doing it.
Wow.
Does the suit give them like additional power?
No, so it's almost like a brace, but I guess that it says something about the way that it fits over their back. So it goes all the way from their wrist to their neck, all the way to their mid back. So your entire upper body has a little bit more support. And less resistance. So it's almost springy. So they can be able to like lift those heavy skid plates and put them in place, as well as using really heavy power tools on cars.
Because you can think the next applications would be that she put in some kind of valve system or something that will enable them to actually
Hydraulics.
I saw a movie about that. It was called Iron Man.
I saw a movie about it called Robocop. That's what I was thinking.
Hey, all right, I like that.
Come on, yeah.
That's before Devin's time. So.
That's what I was thinking though. Detroit, Ford,
Oh yeah.
Robocop.
Isn't it fun that Ford is the one pushing this forward? You know, from a technology standpoint, you might think someone like Tesla would be pioneering such things, but
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they got to stand out somehow.
yeah,
That is
That's
true.
true.
But
That
I think
is
it's
true.
also really interesting too, because what you see a lot of times with car companies, people like Ford and Chevy and Tesla, they all use machines to build the cars.
Right.
And this way, for some more of the like intricate work that they have to have men do, it's putting less stress on the workers, so they last longer. They might not have to retire as early, and probably saving them money.
Well, it definitely would. I mean, from a health insurance perspective, I
Less
think
injuries.
these people are getting injured
Yep.
on the job. This could significantly help with some of those costs.
Yeah, and it also increases productivity because these guys aren't getting sore. They're working longer
Sure.
hours, probably working harder.
oh gosh,
So.
I hope they're getting paid more too.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Shout out to Ford too. They just sold their 10 millionth Mustang. Or built it.
Wow,
Built it or sold it.
I don't know if they built it.
I'm
they're
sure it'll
actually
be
gonna
sold
sell it.
pretty soon.
Nice. I wonder if it has anything special on it to commemorate
Commemorative
it.
plaque.
Maybe.
Yeah,
You never know.
That'd be cool.
nice.
I know for the Shelby, all the Shelbys have plaques inside of them.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, all the Shelby GT Mustangs. Yeah.
So Devin, with your time here as a marketing intern, is there an exo-suit we can give you that would help you with your last week?
I don't think so. Maybe only whenever I'm doing the marketing closet.
Yeah.
Opening boxes and throwing
Reorganizing.
boxes out. Yeah.
Mm.
That was my biggest challenge.
Shout out
this
to
summer.
Erica Tran for
Yeah.
leaving it a mess and Devin for cleaning it up.
No, the last intern.
Oh.
That's what it
Oh,
was,
that's fire.
right?
Oh,
Number
wow.
one.
Number
All right, we
one.
won't name
right?
names. No naming names. Awesome. So
Wait, didn't you have one more?
I did.
On Waldo.
Oh, did you want to hear about the Waldo?
Oh,
one, too?
yeah.
You wanna hear
Okay,
about
so another one that Geo didn't care about was I found out that there's actually a robot that can find Waldo. So apparently I don't know if it was Boston Scientific or another company, but they built a robot that will look at a Waldo picture book, take a picture of the image, send it to a Google Analytics server in the cloud, and then get a response back, and it will actually point where Waldo is. And they say that the fastest they've been able to do it is 5 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some of
think
those
about
I've
that.
just given up on and never
Well,
been
think
able to
about,
find
think
one.
about like what 5 seconds is, and this thing is able to take the picture, send it to the Google Analytics service to be able to do the analysis,
Yes.
get it back, and then do the point.
That's really cool.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And
Cool
Google will
and
charge
scary.
you a micro penny for that. So
Exactly, right?
watch out.
It kind of ruins your childhood if
Yeah.
you want to actually find
Yeah.
Waldo.
Takes the
but-
fun out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
Robots are just better than us.
at a lot of things,
Sure.
but not everything.
Not at drinking beer.
Well, they wouldn't get drunk.
like short circuit.
Yeah.
It falls over.
You know.
God.
We'll stick with the exo-suit for that.
There
Exactly.
you go.
Right. Yeah.
Tying it all together.
Exo-suit could help with
That's
that.
what we
Those
need them here for.
12, 16-ounce curls.
Yep, and you could probably like stack a whole case on your back or something.
Those
Yeah.
cases of beer do get heavy.
Yeah.
You're carrying that home
Perfect.
down that long hill at Treehouse.
Yeah.
Oof.
I carry like 2 cases from the parking lot here to put in the fridge upstairs.
Don't need
Tired.
to go to the gym after that.
Exo-suit.
Workout.
Yeah,
Exo-suit.
it's pretty tiring.
Same.
I agree. So one more topic. So
Oh my gosh, this guy's got so many topics.
Showing off.
that's
That's
what
all.
I do. Well, this is right for all of us. So we don't usually talk about Actifio too much on Actifio On Tech because we want to bring you exciting news from around the industry and talk about other things than us. But we did want to mention, if you had not been paying attention, some big tech news with Actifio is that we were able to raise $100 million in funding
That's
recently and announced it on Monday of this week, and it got a lot of good press. So I was scrolling through various websites here looking for a topic, and I kept seeing our press release on there. So I want to just shout out to all the Actifians out there to say congrats and thank you for all your hard work in helping make this happen, and looking forward to see what comes out of this additional funding. I'm excited about it. So
That's right. Cheers to that.
yeah, definitely cheers.
Hey.
So Devin, any final words? This is your second to last week here.
Yeah, so with my last week coming up, I'm so sad to have to leave. But I'll be back next summer. So.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully this winter as
Yeah, I
well.
was gonna say, what about the winter break?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of me that easy. I just keep coming
Keep
back.
your key card.
Actifio for life.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. That was Actifio On Tech for Thursday, August 9th. We'll see you next week. I will be out next week, so we'll have another special guest or two. Jay should be back, and we will see you then. Have a good one. Cheers.
Cheers.